One that comes up time and time again is business development. How am I going to get teams to coach? And if I invest in myself, how am I going to find team coaching clients? A lot of coaches worry about this. Well, to me, we need to think about the fact that if let's say generously 20% of teams are effective, organizations must have some level of awareness that 80% of their teams are not. So just think of the productivity hemorrhaging out of an organization, as well as the organizational churn. What we need to do, coaches, is speak to their organizational pain points. I think too often coaches talk too much about their tools and the models they use, and less about the pain points and the impact it can have. The other thing I would say is start small. Although a transformational team development journey takes time, you can break it into small chunks. So they build some confidence and some ground. Start off with some discovery work, some exploratory work that really heightens awareness of the need and the opportunity at relatively low investment, and meet the team where they're at, but take them with you to a place of seeing what that potential is. And then doing further work is often a no-brainer. And frankly, if you're an independent coach, we're all business people and we have an obligation to our own business and to our professional selves to be able to do business development. I know, I get it, that many independent coaches, that's not what you want to do. You want to get out of bed and do the work that you feel you've been born to do. I join you with that wholeheartedly. And it's part of the job, isn't it? It's part of the job. And we're not at the same stage that where coaching is, where clients know how to buy, they know what they're looking for. We're at a different stage where we need to create awareness and educate the market. So coaches, you're going to have to do the work of going out there and talking about team coaching, talk about the pains, talk about the remedies, talk about how you can help. And then when you get some work, turn it into a useful case study, share with people about the work you've done, inspire them with the art of the possible. So that's one obstacle is, how am I going to get clients? And, another one is, what happens if I can't cope? I think many of us have some form of underlying social anxiety, of a sense of what if the heat rises beyond that which I can cope with? What if I get put in the middle? What if I don't know what to do? What if I look stupid? What if I can't add value? What if? And it's true that team coaching is more complex, is in many ways harder work than one-to-one coaching. It's also inspiring, enlivening, purposeful, deeply, deeply rewarding. So coach yourself, or find someone to coach you, or get into a developmental program that supports you in not stopping at that limited self-view about all the fear of what would happen and you couldn't cope, but recognize that's your learning edge, own it, and then step forward towards that with a developmental plan to support yourself, to be brave, to be courageous, and go out and team coach. And also not expect it to be perfect. It won't be when you start. When I first started doing one-to-one coaching, I was so hooked on adding value and being clever and having the right answer. And every time a client came up with an issue, I'd buy all the books or HBR articles, thinking I needed to be the font of wisdom. You may go through that journey too of learning to keep the development with the team. We all have to go through that learning. But if you think your business and your clients could benefit from enhanced teamwork and team effectiveness, then it's certainly worthwhile getting into team coaching. And another obstacle is I don't have the time. I'm a busy practitioner. Where am I going to find the time for the learning? The learning is intensive. I'm busy. How am I going to make the time for this? And the sad thing is, sometimes people go on courses and they block out the time for the Zoom or in-person sessions. They don't make any time for the integration of the learning between, for the reflection work, for the supervision, for the work that really advances you quickly as a team coach. But the rub is, the more work you do on yourself the more development work you do on yourself and your capacity, the more outstanding you will become as a team coach. And when you become outstanding as a team coach, it won't be a case of competition or a case of how do you find clients. It'll be a case of so many clients are coming to you because they know you can make a difference, and they'll know that classic team development has only taken it so far. They'll have all experienced the fizzle effect of going on we did that great workshop last year, loved it at the time, but it's made next to no difference. So if you put this investment in, if you really want to do this and you're committed to working on yourself, then the demand will come. And there's very few practitioners at the moment out there who I believe really have the capacity to work powerfully, transformatively, and in the here and now with most teams.